So there's this whole thing this week with the culture war, with what happened in Tennessee and this whole trans stuff. But what I want to say, this is by the puppet masters, not to promote trans people, not to promote gay people. They're all pawns in this whole game of the culture war. What this is really about is introducing the idea of being genderless. There's a big difference between choosing your gender and then saying that gender is completely gone. Now, why would they want to get rid of gender? Because if you're in a facility, you'd be like, I want to be with my gender. Or it's not safe to be stuck in a facility with someone that's not your gender if you're like a woman with a man. Maybe you'd be afraid of getting raped. So that's the thing, that this whole thing is way more smarter and elaborate than people give it credence for. Another thing is that this isn't random. This isn't like, oh my God, people are so concerned about trans rights and this and that. This is about dehumanizing people. This has nothing to do with accepting people for who they are. Because, again, if a schizophrenic person says they think they're three people, that's fine. That's totally fine. You want to say whatever you want to say, that's great. But when you say that you're genderless, or when you say that you believe you're something else and that the public has to go along with it, that's a very dangerous game. That's a very dangerous game, that people are being tricked into believing that this is for liberty and stuff like that. And ultimate freedom to just be whoever and do whatever you want isn't all that it's cracked up to be. This is more like being at work and your boss saying like, oh, I identify as a coworker, and I'm not really your boss, and I don't identify as giving you your check. These are all games meant to distract you, meant to break you down, meant to silence you, meant to make sure that you never talk about anything out of line, especially when you see what's going on with Trump. And these are all blackmail tactics that they're going to want to use against you, to say that like, oh, you're a bad person because you're not super pro with it. See, the thing is that it's not about being it's not about being non-racist. It's not about being non-homophobic. It's about being anti-racist, anti-non-homophobic. It's not about compliance. It's not about tolerance. It's about fully forced acceptance, and that people are not allowed to say anything regarding these sensitive subjects. And it's not random. These are not things that are just coming out of nowhere. This is meant to show you that the economy is dying in real time. The collapse is happening before your very eyes. Society is decaying. And the only thing you should focus on are if boys or girls. This is the stupidest thing ever. I don't care what you identify as. It's none of my business. I never would say, hi, my name is blah, blah, blah. I like Froggy style. That's just dumb. That's so dumb. No one cares. No one gives a crap about how you feel. Half the people are on meds, are super depressed. And they want to say like, oh, people need to accept this and that. But this has nothing to do with the groups of people that are even being mentioned. This is about the overlords of society, the hidden government, the hidden people behind the scenes, pushing things to divide society, to make people fight, to make people scared to speak out, and to force compliance. So if you feel like you understand me, cool. If you don't, I get that too. Maybe you might understand this in 10 years from now, and maybe the seed has been planted. So please leave a like and subscribe. Thank you.